Well, hello. Welcome to card class. Um, I finally figured out a way to how to plug in my fan, but now I feel like I'm in a wind tunnel, so that maybe won't work. Also, I'm worried it's gonna blow into the microphone. So good to see all of you hopping on here. Um, we have a lot to do today. We have a card class, which is fun enough, but from the promo that Creative Memories had a couple weeks ago, I've got some things to give away. Of course, hold please. Forgot my list. And you, I would forget something. I'm back. So those of you that purchased those limited edition adhesives, then you are entered to win those, and we'll do those in a little bit. I was running behind because my brother called. We've had this discussion before. I mean, I'm usually on live Tuesdays at 7, but it must subconsciously be in everyone's head. And so it makes, like, I think subconsciously, like, they see that it's almost 7, and then they think it makes them think of me, and then they realize they need to call me because they don't. It's just their subconscious that remembers that I'm going to be on Facebook Live very soon. Well, I'm glad you are all on and watching. Hello, hello, hello. We will have an in the feed drawing tonight, so you will want to stick around, even if you're just going to watch us put the cards together. Let me hop right in. I've got some really important announcements. I don't know what's going on with my light here. Lots of good stuff to remind everyone about. I already did remind you about the feed drawing, so you must be present to win. So hang out. Now, this is a special little announcement, partly for the Retreat to the River people. That is next Wednesday to Sunday. People are arriving Wednesday, some Thursday, some Friday. Make your orders and requests known. So if you want me to do something for you to the retreat, please let me know by tomorrow. I will be placing an order, and you will receive, if you don't already receive free shipping from me based on how many retreats you've attended with me, then if you place orders over $80, it'll be free. Now, if you wait tomorrow, if you're attending to the retreat, it may not get to you in time, but I will be springing for the 2-day shipping, as I do before these events, to make sure that these items will be ready for you when we go to the retreat. Now, even if you're not going to the retreat, you may or may not realize that Creative Memories is offering a free shipping promo right now on orders over $80. So you can do that through my website at creativememories.com. And yeah, and if as long as you've got $80 in your cart, shipping's free, standard shipping's free. So now's a great time to make a purchase. But like I said, I'll be honoring that for those going to retreat or not going to the retreat. But if you're going to the retreat, I will pay for the 2-day shipping on your behalf. Make sure that it is there in time. And then also, if you're going to the retreat and you want a specific punch, I will bring all my border maker cartridges. But if you're working on like Christmas pages or something and you want me to bring specific punches, let me know. All right, so project recipe next week, the night before many of us leave for St. Simon's Island. We'll be doing a project recipe together. And this, you'll sign up on my website at DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com, not my Creative Memories website, but my event website. And when you sign up, you'll get an email confirmation. And in the email information, a link to the PDF so that you can participate in the project recipe with all your scrappy friends on Facebook Live. Um, while we're in St. Simon's, the virtual crop will be happening. Hello, Pam from PA. Um, and so we'll get to have some fun with that. Now, you see this little mini pod here, small pod, that is out, sold out on the Creative Memories website. But I do have one, and as I've done the first 2 months of the year, I will be giving one of those away. Now, Stacy was the only one that participated in the February virtual crop. So, yay, Stacy got a small pod because she did a page and tagged Daytona area scrapbooking in it. And so she was the only one. Actually, I did one, but I thought that'd be unfair if I won the small pod. So since I already have one and I really like it. So when it comes back in stock, you'll want to get your hands on it. So congratulations to Stacy, and I do have one to give away for March. So whether you're participating in retreat to the river in St. Simon's Island, or if you are or not, then you can participate in the virtual crop, and you can make pages and tag Daytona area scrapbooking, possibly win a small pot. And yes, I will be praying for you to have safe travels, Jacqueline. Um, and the virtual crop, they extended it this year, so now it starts on a Friday, goes all the way till Tuesday at midnight. So, so it's great. So you have time. If you have a busy weekend, you still have time to participate. All right, enough about the virtual crop. Tool Time Era will be on Tuesday, March 14th at 7. It'll likely be some new tools. It will definitely be new tools, but I'm not sure what's launching. We just had a launch this week, and then the free shipping is kind of like a mini launch. So I'm not sure if there's something else next week. That's why I didn't put what I'm going to be doing. All right, my page class was so much fun that I'm doing a mini card class. So you make 2 cards, have a treat, pick a gift. So information on DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com. It's $10. It includes your ice cream and a gift, and we'll make 2 cards. But I only have room for 5. So if you're local and you want to attend that on a Thursday afternoon, then do sign up quickly. Registration for Go Gray in May is 50% full. So if you plan to attend and you haven't yet, you will want to make that a priority. I know, Gina. I wish you could click your heels. And I know you do too. I will be doing a virtual event to celebrate National Scrapbook Day. Why? It's March 23rd, Thursday, March 23rd. It's on my website, DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com. So it's virtual because back in the day, it would be my Go Gray May. Well, since Go Gray May, we're raising money for Cannonballs for Cane. I don't combine them. So I have a separate National Scrapbook Day event, but it's virtual, and it's fun because no one has to travel, and it's 10 days, and I give away lots of stuff, over $250 in prizes. I do a Going, Going, Gone gazebo. If you don't know what that is, trust me, you want to participate. And we do challenges, and it's going to coincide with a virtual crop. So we'll have bonus challenges too. It's going to be a lot of fun. So registration is open for that. The reason I'm mentioning it is all the National Scrapbook Day stuff hit the website, Creative Memories website, yesterday at 1. And I didn't do a big release about it because the supplies come with the different registrations that you have choices as you normally do. So after the card class, you want to head on over to DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com, click ahead to April, and then you'll see all of your ticket options. So the most expensive ticket option is like everything. It comes with a lemon punch and a border punch, all the paper, everything. and, um, and it's about $100, but you save $19. So basically, it's like getting the Border Punch for free. So, so yeah, that's great. So if you are interested in any of those, you can now sign up. Okay, I know you guys have been long waiting. More information now on my website. So I'm glitching out. I don't know why. Don't make me mute myself and yell across the house, family. Um, so Friday, July 28th, Saturday, July 29th. The setup is similar to my Go Gray May and uh, jump I don't know myself. Sorry. Just making sure that, I have all of the broadband, uh, capabilities to myself tonight for this one little hour. Um, Sizzlin' Summer Crop is in July. It's really fun when you go through the registration, you're gonna pick like, a little breakout. You can pick border, page, or card. So that's fun. A fun little twist. Then August, we have Scrappapalooza, a two-day festival, Scrappy Fun. That's also at the Port Orange VFW. So we got Scrappapalooza and Sizzlin' Summer Crop. So we're gonna have good. And for those of you that have subscribed to my YouTube channel, thank you very much. It's the same as my website and Facebook handle, Daytona Area Scrapbooking, and I'm almost to 100 subscribers. So thank you. All right, so adhesive buffet. Um, this is the fun. So those of you that purchased the little limit, yeah, if you purchase those limited edition adhesives from me earlier in February, then you are entered to win. So I've got a little pile here of tickets. I'm going to put them in. I'm going to put them in this trash can that Marshall made me. It's great for doing drawings. And our first winner. No, I should say what I'm winning. What I'm winning. I'm not winning anything. So this is for the purple pen. And the purple dual tip pen goes to Kathy. And I didn't see her name on there, but Kathy, congratulations, proud owner of a purple pen. Now this is for like coral color pen. And that is to Karen Kilday. Congratulations, Karen. And finally, our last is for the three pack of stickers and Karen again. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Karen. So a double winner there for Karen. I'm going to put these together with the tickets so I don't forget what's going on. Put this for Kathy, and I think that's end of my announcements. And let's see. Yeah, that's it. Alrighty, so time to get going on our. Oh no, wait, there was one more thing I wanted to do, and that is to come out here to creative.com just to remind you about the free shipping on all orders, $80. And that does exclude, they put it whatever shipping on artwork, but you can't use artwork to help get you to that 80. So it has to be $80 in regular shippable product. And these are the new items. So it's Painted Garden is the new collection. It's our new spring collection. It's very bright and fun. I love it, and I can't wait to get my hands on this Floral Peaks Border Punch. You know how I love to talk about the bling ability of a punch. I love it. These little centers of flower, and don't they look like little flower bouquets? This would be really fun to use for, like, recital pages and stuff, I think. But I don't know. I really like this punch, and I'm sure it's gonna be even more beautiful in person, but these little centers of the flowers were just born for bling. And then down here are the National Scrapbook Day items. So, like I said, before you purchase these, and you definitely can, so you can add on the National Scrapbook Day, my virtual event, you can add that on as the event only and not purchase the stuff if you've purchased the stuff through my website. So you do need to have either the card kit. So if you're part of the card kit subscription, no problem. You can just add on the National Scrapbook Day event. And that's all. And so the cards will have the same. I'll be using this paper and stuff for the cards, so it will all match the theme. And so this big bundle, I have 2 different tickets on my website that feature this bundle, which has everything. So one of them is this whole big bundle, and then another one is that whole big bundle, and you get both of these punches. And I've used this one, also has perfect spot for bling. Um, I've already used it. It's a great punch. And then, of course, this stuff came out a couple weeks ago, and maybe you missed it. So that is what is new, and it's very exciting. All right. Where am I? Here I am. Okay. Time to go. So do make sure you've commented if you're watching. That's how you get entered to win. And looks like you've all said hi. So that's great. All righty. So now let's add the cards. Let me get out of here. Let me unmute that mic. Okay. And thank you all for sharing. Okay. So here's our February card kit. Now, Stacy, she messaged me after she received hers and said, "Oh, these are much prettier than in the picture." I agree. This picture, I don't know if it's the gray background or what. It didn't do the kit justice. I think she was right. So now I remembered the other thing I forget. Those of you if this is your first time, I always forget multiple things. I've already forgotten the list of the winners, which I went and retrieved. I do have my adhesive. That's usually my trick. I forget adhesive, but I forgot my sample cards. So hold, please. Enjoy this view of my stack of cards. Whilst I fetch the cards that we will be making tonight. I do have to find some way to deal with this mop of hair going on here tonight too. She says that she glances around looking for an errant hair dye. They're usually everywhere. Okay. So here's what we got. These are our cards, and I hope that you agree that these are much prettier in person and on live. They are in the photo I posted. And if you did not buy this kit, those of you on subscription, you just crossed your fingers and hoped it was prettier. But if you didn't purchase it, you can still purchase them. I have some kits still available. So we're going to start with what's on top here. Did you like I color coordinated my ring and my nails for this card kit? We're going to start with this. You are amazing. So if this is your first time or if you're just watching, you're just gonna take off that first little pile of goodies, and we can set our little bling to the side. And we're gonna fold our base. And the first thing we're going to do is put on the blue cardstock. Where's my tape? I panicked just for a hot second when I couldn't see. I saw all these cartridges. I apparently thought I was going to run out. I have a stack of repositionable tape sitting here, ready to go. Yes, Heidi, it's always available. So if you were to, because you've gotten the last 2 sets monthly, so you can sign up for the card subscription and you'll be good for March, and you can cancel at any time. But it is, you do the card subscription is $25 a month, and if you just buy one off, they're 30. So if you like the cards, and I hope you do, then yes, do sign up for the subscription. And you can find that in my shop on my website at DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com. All right, so we've got our blue background. Now we're going to add this piece. Now, I love the printed side, but as usual, you do have some options. So play with your options and look at both sides before you put your adhesive, because how many times have we assumed it's the same on both sides, put our adhesive, and realize the adhesive is on the wrong side? Raise your hand if you've done that before. My hands are busy, so I can't raise them, but that is a trick I like to pull all the time. All right, so we've got our 2 blues layered up, and then we're going to add this little piece. This took a little engineering planning on my part, but this is the punch that I used. I have at least one in inventory. This was only available for a short time. I do not believe it's available. I believe it is sold out. So if somebody knows they want this, you can put it in the comments, message me, and I will set it aside for you. But I really like this border. So here's what it looks like if you're going to use it up the whole page. It's got it's just, I don't know, it's fun. And I thought it matched the arches and the paper print, which is why I used it. So you can play with your positioning of this piece, but you're going to see how it's going to lay out. Then this little blue piece is going to go on top of here. And then we're going to add our butterfly. Now I didn't poke out, but I did use my gypsy. Or gypsy. Is that a thing? What is it? Oh, is that the old Cricut thing? My brain just broke for a second. Okay, Gemini is what I meant. I did use the Gemini, so all of these should poke out fairly easy. Some of you remember when I blew up my Sizzix a ways back. Also doing intricate butterflies. But I did not blow up the Gemini. So this butterfly you're going to put, so that also may play into your positioning of the white paper. So I'm just kind of laying it out for you to see. I missed poking out one of these. Some of you like to get into your kits beforehand and pre-poke. Totally allowed, as long as you don't, get confused on where the pieces go. As long as you reassemble everything back to your kit so that you don't get yourself lost, unless you like a challenge. I poke live because it helps slow me down so that I don't get going too speedy for you. All right, so then there's the You Are Amazing. And then we're going to dip into our little baggies. And is Rosie on here? Because Rosie found these little bags at a garage sale, like in 2020. I think I'm nearing the end of my stash because, I send out 30 plus card kits a month, and most of the time they use one of these bags, and I've been doing it since we got locked down. So March 2020. Gosh, can you believe it? It's 3 years. But so anyway, I went through a lot of bags. So if you go to any garage sales that, you know, I won't make a crack joke. But anyway, um, I those bags are they are really hard to get into because 'cause they're so tiny, so you saw how I just cut it off. Just cut that bag. Alright, so now that I have it all laid out, super chatty today, sorry. I had a headache, so I took some Advil. I guess I'm feeling better. Alright, so it shouldn't matter what side we put our tape on this. Up about a bottom thing balance. And hopefully I'm back. This always I guess the only thing I can say is the neighborhood because it's not my house, but at 7 o'clock, I guess everyone's on their phone and TV. So I did mention that you would want one of these precision point adhesive. So if you don't have liquid adhesive, you might want to get some. It'll be very frustrating. The mini, if you have a mini tape runner, you could probably get by with that. But the precision point adhesive makes this so easy, and I find they last forever. Though some of you, I swear, every time I see you, you're buying one. So I guess if you're doing a lot of intricate stuff, you go through it a lot more than I do. I swear, like this is like I've had this for like 10 years. So they last a long time for me. And I think they're fabulous. If I'm being honest, I kind of like when I get a little bit on my fingers because my fingers get a little tacky. And then it makes it easier to pick up. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot. My little jewel picker, and I'm not going to leave you to go grab it. I'm just going to struggle with my fingers here. And I'm going to go 3 of these little blue sequins. So just put your glue, the sequins like a little bowl. And that is not evenly spaced. That'll make me a little bonkers. So at the risk of leaving residue, which makes you more bonkers? Residue or off center? So I need to get my little pickup square, that old school little gummy eraser to kind of get off my residue. Both are annoying. Oh no, Lori. I know, right? So I had, if they're both annoying, you got to get rid of one. So at least I centered it and, well, I didn't center it, but I centered it in this area. Of course, not with that. All right. And then we're going to add our little butterfly on. Now, I didn't pop any of this up, but like on things that fly like this, or like this isn't going to fly, but in theory, a butterfly. I mean, not in theory, butterflies do fly, but not on your card. I just do like one little area and kind of bend up, like I bend up the wings so they kind of have like a like they're flying. So this one I guess I did put down flat, but this one I just did my precision point adhesive along the body of the butterfly and kind of lifted up the. Okay, good. So we're all in agreement, or at least Lori and Vicky and I are, that it was a good move, and I'll just deal with the the adhesive. because now I feel much better that it's energy. Okay, and that is the first card. It's beautiful. I hope you're admiring yours right now. Are you putting the finishing touches on it, admiring it right now? I know some of you are just watching, so you can admire mine. Okay. Next up, if we're ready, are we ready? Now, I started with this one, straightforward, pretty. It's got a lot of bang for our buck. This one, there's no geometry, but there are, like, I can already hear some groaning, and none of you are in the same room with me. So let me know when it's safe to proceed. At least one of you. If one of you is done, I feel like most of you are ready to. If you're all still peeling blue sequins off your hand, then I'll want to pause. Okay, good. Jean is done. I'm just going to put this. Okay, good. All right, we've got 2 people done, so we're going to move on. Now, this one is stamped for you down in the corner, and you're going to want to fold that so it's on the front. Where's my sample? Right next to me. Good gravy. Maybe I'll leave it over there. So if you're still working on this one, that one's over here. This is the one we're working on. So your little sentiment is going in the bottom right corner. So you're going to fold it so that it's in the bottom right corner. Okay. Then, so I switched it up from that blue paper. I decided I liked this lighter paper, but you do have a couple options. This paper says like choose to be happy. Of course, they are the same size. Oh my goodness, that was hard. So you'll have to go either this way, the enjoy the moment, that kind of thing, good vibes, or you have to go or this way, or you could go this way. Because they're the same size, you can decide what you want on the top and what you want on the bottom. All right. So you're going to decide which way you want to go, and then you're going to put them together with about, I don't know, about a 1/4 inch to your like whatever is visually pleasing to you. You're going to overlap them so that you get this little mat situation. Then you're going to position it so that you can obviously see your sentiment, but it's going to hang off. See how this is going to hang off? The key is you want it to come through the top or the bottom. It doesn't matter. Like you don't, I mean, you could do it this way if you want. You could, well, you're going to cut off your A. You're going to want to position it, and we're going to come back and we're going to trim it. Or you can draw a line and trim it that way. So once you get it positioned to how you want it, you could do it a couple different ways. You can, make a mark or draw a line so that you know where to cut and then use a trimmer to do it. Or you can go ahead and add adhesive to it and then just trim it with scissors or trim it with your trimmer or trim it however you want to do it. Does that make sense? So this is the situation. This is why I said to have scissors. Now be careful when you're doing this trim part, right? That you don't accidentally cut that folded area because then your card is going to be cut in half. So that's easy enough. So that's what one side looks like. Then you've got your other piece. And again, you have some options as far as how you want to layer them. But this one, the one is definitely smaller than the other. And so you're going to overlap those. And you could stack them like this if you want some more room down here, but you're going to layer them So one on top of the other. This is one of those card designs. They happen where in my mind or while I'm making a sample, they seem like a really good idea. And then when I have to go make 36 kits, then I'm like, "Are you kidding? Why did I design it this way?" Okay, so this is what you're gonna end up with. And then you're gonna play around with your leaves. Now, if you have some dimensionals and you wanna pop them up, you can do that. Um, so you could have them come like this. On my sample, they kind of the little points kind of met down there. I don't have any dimensionals handy, although probably most of you do have dimensionals. So this might be a good card for dimensionals. Some people don't like dimensionals because if you bring them in the post office, they always try to get you for a package. Is that right? I mean, like, come on, it's their foam. It's gonna squish down. It's not a package, people. But so I like to just put a stamp on it and mail it from home. But however you want to add on your leaves, and everyone's will be a little different. They are hand stamped and hand die cut. not hand, like I didn't fussy cut them. I ran them through the die cut machine. Then we're gonna add our gold bling to this card. And I am seeing now that I do like it with the dimensionals. And so I would have liked to have mailed everyone some dimensionals for that. But this is one of those cards that has, really so many different ways that you could personalize this card with how you place your palm fronds and what papers you chose. And so I can't wait to see you guys post pictures of these so that I can see how you did it, what you decided to do with yours. Helps if that's in there. Like I said, I don't have any. Usually I'd have like a little, oh, I do. I was going to say, usually I have like a little random stack of dimensionals around. So I'm going to just maybe I'm just going to pop up this little top part. I like to do that. It's kind of like what I did on the butterfly wings, where I don't do the whole thing, but just to add intrigue and interest. I'll just pop up like part of it. I'm a partial popper. And so it's kind of hard to see, but it just kind of gets it like with the butterfly. So I'm just popping up these fronts because I'm trying to slow myself down, wait for everyone to catch up. And I did find a couple of them. So I just kind of popped up the front there. If you've got a black pen handy, which I don't, a black fine tip pen, you could come around and add some dot or blue. Blue would be pretty too if you had a blue pen to add to that. The blues and the purples in this kit were very beautiful, I thought. And our next card is not blue. Our next card is very, very pink. Now, my mom petitioned because she was here while I was designing. She petitioned strongly for a whole pink base. I was just too pink. I couldn't do it. It was so much pink. So this is going to be our next card. If everyone is done with your geometry and trimming. Ariella, how are you doing? Is it safe to move on? Okay. Thanks. I was looking at, I don't know, are those old duns or new duns? Okay, so for this one, we're going to go ahead and get our base folded. And many of you that were on subscription, you got a bone folder. That is another thing I should have right next to me. Creative Memories does sell them, and they are just $5. So probably stacked in the order they're going to go on. So we're going to do dark pink and then the white. Now, you have options for this little pink embossed piece. You could just go with one solid piece like this and call it a day. But what I did was I cut off 3/8 of an inch, and just to kind of sandwich it between the pink. So it can really be any amount, but I'm going to just use my personal trimmer here to trim off a little strip. And then I'll reassemble them that way. And then our sentiment, I kind of tucked it under here, boop, like that. Added on these two fun little buds. And then our light pink bling. So there should be 3 light pink bling for you to add. We're going to use the hot pink on the next card. Okay. All right. So now we can assemble. I just realized my microphone is very close to my workspace. So my tape runner probably sounded like so loud. And so now I'm just reassembling. I like to kind of lay things out, get a plan, and then go back in case you hadn't noticed. Make sure that, no animals have run off with pieces. I know that happens in some funerals houses. And just for basic purposes, the other reason why I let you all decide if you wanted to cut that was if so that the pattern would be right when I embossed it, and also the height would be right. I thought there was less chance that there would be variation of height if I left it as one complete piece. We're going to add this little baby in here. Enjoy your day. No, I guess I'll can't pick these babies up. Wow, that's funny. I guess I just happened to hit this paper right in a green vein because mine is the same on both sides. And in real life, one side should look like this, but there is a teal stripe, so I must have hit it just right. All right, now I can decide where I want to put. And for the bling, I usually put my adhesive down, the dot of adhesive, rather than try to put it on these sequins. That would be madness, especially with the hole there. And whoops, there's that one. Okay. How are you doing? You've got sequins stuck to your hand, don't you? This is a fun design. I feel like I know some of you take the pieces, and if you have the zero centering ruler, or from Creative Memories, you can measure the pieces with your zero centering ruler and recreate some of these cards. This is a easy, especially if you just have like little bits of a pretty paper. This is a fun design to do. I just used, two different shades of cardstock and then just a tiny little smidge of the printed paper. And then I did emboss this cardstock uh, just for fun. I don't often do the embossing, but it is a nice look. For our next card, this this is our next card. Now, do not panic. Some of you have navy, some of you have like a teal color. So it's like a mixed bag. I happen to have a teal color, mainly because I miscalculated the navy paper, and so we have some teal and some navy. But I decided when I laid it out that they both look fun and delightful. So usually I make sure that your card experience starts out the same, because some of you off road and it can go a completely different direction than what I first intended. So you may have a neat, so you've got one piece that is bigger than the others. That goes is your bottom layer. Then you have an orange piece, which may or may not have a butterfly out of it. And then you have this piece. Now, the mat between the mat size between the orange and the print is very thin. You can see that in my sample. You see it here. It's very thin because the orange um, in here is very delicate. Now the back side is the plain blue. I don't know why you would want to do that, but maybe you do. So, I always investigate your options. Now this is also one of my favorite. This one might still be available. I love this little rose garden. Um, I try not to tempt you with things that are no longer available. And I figure if I at least have one, then at least if somebody just can't go on without it, I can help them. So you saw I bent this butterfly, and you can't really tell, but my butterfly is kind of lifting off of this card too. So I kind of pre-bent him that way. So depending on your position of your butterfly, you can kind of use the butterfly to cover where you're going to attach your little sentiment. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So now that I've laid it out, I'm going to use the hot pink sequins on that. I have worse posture when I am on Facebook Live card making, that is for sure. I mean, just that, that looks so gorgeous, if I do say so myself. And then we've got this little rose. Now, if you have the repositionable tape, this would be a great place to use your repositionable tape. Because the repositionable tape, in addition to being repositionable longer than the regular tape, because you can definitely pick, all the tape gets stronger with time. So even the repositionable tape will lift up the print on your paper after a given time, but immediately it's movable. It's tiny little dots. It reminds me of a Xyron machine because you kind of just run it over the whole thing, and it's just on the paper. Now, some of it may get to your space, and if you get rid of it right away, because it's repositionable, it goes away. If you don't see these little dots, then it leaves, it's not a sticky residue, but it's like stained. And I've used multiple things to try to get that out. So this is I like to use the repositionable tape for sure on things that are wholly like this. And then I'm going to add my happy birthday to you. Now this looks a little, yes, there you go, Vicky. And that silicone mat was one of those specialty adhesives. And some of you that are watching right now have one coming to you. All right, so then once you decide where you're going to put that, I'm just going to run tape right there and kind of position this butterfly like that, and the little wings up. So it's like that. And then I will add my sequins. Oops. So my goal is in St. Simon to get the March. Well, the March I'm going to have to kind of do before. So maybe this week, the March cards, but St. Simon's to get the National Scrapbook Day cards, the April cards, because that card class will fall in between April 11th to the 20th. So normally my card class is the last Tuesday of the month, but to fall in for my National Scrapbook Day, it will actually be a week earlier than normal, which just means I need to get it out earlier. So that is a struggle. But that's because, and I went back and forth, you must know, but I will be out of the country the last week in April. So I really toyed with bringing the card kit with me. But since I'm celebrating my 25th wedding anniversary, I decided maybe not. Maybe not do that. And that's it. I just love these cards. And this paper pack, I don't think I mentioned, was the Positive Vibes paper pack. I think I still have 1 or 2 of those, but I just love these purples and blues. I'm very drawn to purples and blues, and, so if you love this paper and need a pack of it in your life, I can probably help with that. So tonight, when I'm done with my car class, I get to drive to Orlando to pick up my daughter. She's flying in from New York City, and they had snow, so her flight is delayed. So it was already coming in at 10:30. She left after work today, and now I think we're delayed till 11:30. So that's fun. Oh, thank you, Anita. It's hard, we wanted to celebrate our 25th anniversary, and most of you know that my kids keep me busy with their things, and so, trying to dodge track meets and cross country meets and beach competitions is hard. So we wedged it in there in April, our trip, and oh, I know. But Deb, I don't like night driving either, but thank goodness it's just like mostly 95, and so I'll listen to a good podcast. I will say on our drive from Virginia this weekend, we found a new podcast. It's not new to us, called Stuff You Should Know, and it's so the guys are funny, and it's great. Deb, we are going to Ireland. The O'Gormans are going to Ireland. We have never been, and we always said we were going to go for our 25th. And our 25th is not technically until November, but we met in April 25 years ago. We met in April and got married in November. So we looked at the calendar and said, when can we um, wedge this in here in between running events and whatever? And so we said, okay, I think April, because why not do it 2 months before Aiden gets married? That seems like perfectly sane choice to make. But looking at the calendar, it really did seem like the best option. So off we go. And we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be an adventure. We already decided I'm driving because that's just how we do when we travel. Brendan gets a little stressed. So I think this is self-explanatory, these 3 layers, and I hope you think they're as beautiful as I think they look. This purple, shimmer paper, I just love, love, love. And I do love this dye too. This dye is super fun. Oh, thank you, everyone. Yes, and hopefully that's a good time. We actually, I guess we're going down to the Ring of Kerry, which is the southwestern part of Ireland, because there's 2 little islands. I think they're pronounced as Skellig Islands. It's where they filmed the Star Wars. If you watch that, where like Luke Skywalker is up in the little like monastery. But those islands from the shore look just like the islands that were offshore in Hawaii when we got married. And so that is the goal. Of course, it's all about the photos. And the goal is to have our photo taken with those Irish islands in the back, just like the Hawaiian, the Mokaluas off Lani Kai, where we got married. Because my husband was born and raised in Hawaii, and I went to college in Hawaii. So that is why we got married in Hawaii. And now you know my whole life story. And oh, you have nails. Are they Color Color Street, Vicky? Maybe want to go to Temple Bar. Well, I don't know what that is. Gina, I'll have to look that up. So your little butterfly goes here. Now, those of you that got the last secret box, hopefully recognize this butterfly from your box. Here it is. It was the butterfly punch. As far as I know, because I have, I think, all of the punches, nearly all the punches that have ever been released by Creative Memory since the year 2000, there's not been a butterfly. I do have one more secret box left. So if you feel like you really missed out, and I will sell it at the original discounted price. So I have one box left. It includes paper, stickers, this punch, and it's a fun little butterfly. It really is. Oh, thank you, Anita. So sweet. So we're gonna go to Brendan's mom's side of his family is from Galway, and his dad's side of his family is from Cork. So we're gonna try to work in some family history type. So we're gonna go down for a picture, and I forgot to make my butterfly fly away. So I'm gonna peel this up a little bit. So he lifts off, and then we're just gonna put 4 of these little sequins, one in each corner. And then that's a wrap. Oh, Dottie, you didn't get that secret box? Okay, well, I can definitely, we can definitely make that happen. Ah, boy, I really put a lot of, I put a whole puddle on that one. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna write myself a note, Dottie. Oh, you went off road, Gina? I can't wait to see that. Oh, thank you, Pam. Yeah, you mean as opposed to my picture that I take under, I take it right here. Um, but yeah, the colors just don't translate. I feel like they do when I take them outside. They translate a little better. So I'll have to do that for March. Okay, well, good. Well, so that is a wrap for our cards tonight. I had a leftover gold sequin, so I hope that isn't, I hope y'all aren't someone isn't missing that. The first one and the last one. Yeah, there's something to be said about the simplicity of this one. And this one isn't, I mean, it's just a little different. Yeah. I kind of agree with you, Vicky, although I do like this one too. And this one. I think this one's, I don't know. This one, sorry, this one. You're beautiful too, but you know, you were a lot of work with all of this stamping and whatnot. Okay. Well, now it's time to see who our winner is. Dun, 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 dun. Let me switch our view here. Okay. I have the world's squeakiest chair. Can get rid of our cards there. Okay. Whew. Made it. We made it through another one. Okay, so yes, I still have a couple of the sets available, so if there's anyone watching who didn't get a card kit, if you'd like to purchase, obviously you saw that all the pieces are cut. You just have to add your adhesive and make some decisions about where you wanna place your jewels, and you are off to the races. And what else? So they are still available on my site, and, I can ship them out to you, and then you can rewatch this, and it also posts immediately, or I'm live on YouTube as well, so sometimes it's easier to find them on YouTube, and I do once a week go in. Oh, that makes me I you're right, same, Pam. Um, and it definitely is one of those bucket list items, and with our son getting married, we thought we could put it off because this doesn't seem like the perfect time. But we always said we were gonna do it for our 25th. And when we started saying that 20 years ago, we just did not anticipate that we'd have a son getting married the same year. Um, oh, Faith, yeah, that was our other thing, was either October or April, and we were gonna have to wedge them, but October, well, October, I have Croptoberfest, this one I have National Scrapbook Day, but I didn't have any retreats in April. That was kind of the deciding factor. I said, "I don't have any retreats, this is good." That is so true, Faith, so true. Alright, let's pick a lucky winner, and so you guys can get on with the rest of your day, and then I can go have a cup of coffee before I drive to Orlando. Um, okay. So, we've got 19 entries in here, and let's see who our lucky winner is. Nancy, congratulations, Nancy. Are you still here? Tell me you didn't go back to the winter. Hopefully, you're still here. Is Nancy still on? Oh, Nancy, hopefully you're still on. I did say it was in the feed. Calling Nancy, paging Nancy. She's fumbling for her phone. Nancy, if you're here, let us know. Otherwise, I have to pick another one. It is in the feed. Drawing. You gotta be present to win. No? No Nancy? Going once, going twice. Oh, yay! Thank goodness, Nancy. I was just gonna just feel terrible. I did imagine you fumbling for your phone, trying to text that you were here. So congratulations, Nancy. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget all of the announcements at the beginning, and if you missed the beginning, you're gonna wanna go back and watch because, you can now sign up for um, the Sizzling Summer Crop in July and Scrapapalooza in August, and of course, Go Gray in May, and that is half full. And let's see. So I will be sending an email out. Oh, good, Nancy. Hopefully after Go Gray. Um, I will be sending out an email with these dates, and I think that's all from Port Orange tonight. Thanks everyone for hanging out with me. Um, and I hope you enjoyed your card. And I guess that's all for now. Yay, Heidi. Yes, that will be great. Have a wonderful night, everyone. And until I see you all again, stay scrappy, my friends. Bye bye.